Department of Migrant Workers Secretary Susan Toots Ople has died, and President Marcos says her passing is a big loss for the country. The Energy Department does not see petroleum prices tempering in the coming months as supply becomes tighter in the world market. The MMDA is studying the proposal to allow cyclists and motorcycle riders to share the EDSA bike lane. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Denise Tan. The Department of Migrant Workers Secretary Susan Toots Ople has passed away. In a statement, the DMW said its chief died at around 1 p.m. today, August 22, surrounded by her family and loved ones. There was no cause of death given, but Secretary Ople had been battling breast cancer for years. In July, Ople took a break from her duties to grieve the passing of her two elder brothers, ex-Hagonoy Mayor Felix Ople and former journalist Blas Ople Jr., who both succumbed to lung cancer. Meanwhile, President Bongbong Marcos mourns the death of Ople, saying her absence is a big loss to the country. She was appointed as DMW chief last year after working for decades advocating for overseas Filipino workers.
It's a very, very sad news. I have lost a friend. The Philippines has lost a friend. Secretary Toots is a special person, and with a deep compassion, really, for the people that she had to care for, namely the migrant workers. And she was very, very. It's a big loss. She's ang galing-galing ni Secretary Toots. She very much followed in the tradition of Blas Ople, of excellence, of compassion. It is a great loss for all of us. It is a great loss for all of us who called her my friend. It is a great loss to the Philippines for the service that we know she would still have rendered had she lived.
Moving on to another story, the Energy Department warns that oil price hikes could possibly continue until the end of the year. DOE Director Rino Abad said that they're expecting prices of petroleum products to climb, especially during the Burr months. Abad added that the global market is experiencing a shortage of around 1.5 to 2 million barrels of oil per day as a result of the production cut from OPEC countries. Just this morning, prices of petroleum products increased for the 7th consecutive week.
Nakasentro po ang trend doon sa pinoproject ng kabawasan at yun naman po ang nakikita nating disbalance doon sa global supply, global production at saka global demand. So ang problema ho kasi hindi po natin inaasahan na klaro, wala pong ganong grupo ng mga bansa na klarong nag-o-organize para ibaba ang demand. Pero very clear po ang grupo ng OPEC Plus na ibaba ang supply. Wala pa kaming masabi na maaasahan na magro-roll back na yung month of June. Month of August. Probably mag-i-ease out yan up to 900,000 barrels sa December. But that's far off from now. So ang pag-usapan na lang po muna natin ay ang kasiguraduhan po na alanganin po talaga ang supply ngayong month of August.
The Metro Manila Development Authority is looking at making the bike lane on EDSA a shared lane. MMDA Chairman Romando Ortez told Radio 5's Ted Filon and DJ Chacha that they are studying the proposal to allow motorcycle riders on the lane set aside for cyclists. The MMDA Traffic Engineering Center is now conducting a simulation to see if the bike lane can accommodate some 24,000 motorcycles. For now, the MMDA will not issue tickets yet to motorcycle riders entering the bike lane. Artes said they will start ticketing violators next week.
A month ago, inutos ko na po sa ating Traffic Engineering Center na pag-aralan na kung pwede ay maging shared na lane. Ito pong mga bicycle lane, hindi lamang po dyan sa EDSA, kundi sa buong Metro Manila. Nasimulan na po namin CATED sa Ortigas Avenue sa parte po ng San Juan. Sa EDSA po, may mga simulations po na ginagawa ang ating Traffic Engineering Center.
Meantime, Motorcycle Rights Organization Chairman Jobert Bolanos told the big story that laws should adapt to the situation at hand.
We have to make our laws adaptable to the situation at hand. So the bicycle lanes came out because of the pandemic. Now that the pandemic is over and the volume of traffic is here, we need to revisit this policy. We're looking at a shared bicycle lane with the bicycles given right of way kasi syempre they're the most vulnerable between motorcycles and bicycles.
We're bringing you more stories after this quick break. Keep it here on One News. Thanks for staying with us here on One News Now. I'm Denise Tan. The routine and resupply mission to the BRP Sierra Madre in Ayungin Shoal has been successfully completed. That's according to the National Task Force for the West Philippine Sea. In a statement, the task force said that the Philippine Coast Guard and the Philippine military were able to deliver fresh provisions to the outpost. PCG vessels BRP Cabra and BRP Sindangan escorted the supply ships. Philippine Navy vessels were also on standby during the operation. This trip comes weeks after a resupply mission failed on August 5 due to China's water cannon attack. Two senators are reacting to a call to abolish the National Food Authority or NFA over the agency's supposed preference for imported rice. Senator Cheese Escudero believes that the government should strengthen the power and the capacity of the NFA to perform its mandate. For Senator Coco Pimentel, the agency should explain its importation practices. Meanwhile, in an interview with Ted Filon at DJ Chacha, Bantay Bigas said it's not in favor of the NFA's abolition. Instead, the group suggested the scrapping of the rice tarification law, which it said did not help the farmers at all.
Kung kahinga ho namin, dapat ho ay ibasuran na ito, i-refill na ito eh. Talaga namang hindi ho siya nakatulong para sa mga magsasaka.
Opo.
Maging yung sinasabi nila ng mga mga masisingil sa tariff, hindi naman pinakikinabangan ng gusto ng mga magsasaka yung buwis na kanilang nakukuha para sa mga kagalingan ng ating agrikultura o ng sakahan.
In sports, Team USA has arrived in Manila for the FIBA World Cup. The Americans touched down at around 8 in the morning today. From the airport, the team headed straight to their hotel to rest. The United States is among the top contenders in the Worlds. It will be bannered mostly by young guns like Minnesota Timberwolves star Anthony Edwards, New Orleans Pelican Brandon Ingram, and New York Knicks Jalen Brunson. The U.S. is in Group C along with Jordan, Greece, and New Zealand. Their games will be held at the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay City. The Interagency Council on Traffic, or IACT, will be strictly implementing the no decals, no entry policy at the EDSA bus carousel for the FIBA World Cup. IACT Chief Charlie Del Rosario said that participants for the much-anticipated basketball event will be allowed to use the EDSA busway so long as their vehicles have FIBA-designated decals. FIBA delegates need to coordinate with MMDA's personnel for assistance when navigating this road. Del Rosario said that buses and commuters will still be given priority in the bus lane.
Kung wala pong decal yan at nakasunod ko sa isang sasakyan na may decal, paparahin po yan at palalabasin, kundi po uhulihin. So yun lang po, maliwanag po, yun lang hong may decals ang pwedeng papasukin at paggamitin ng EDSA bus carousel. Lalo na po yan kung ito ay pribadong sasakyan at yung mga bus na rin po na na-accredit.
Only 3 more days left before the FIBA World Cup's kickoff on August 25th. So support Gilas, support Team Pilipinas, watch and buy tickets to the biggest sports event of the year. Meantime, One News Now will be back tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. I'm Denise Tan. We are One News, all sides, all the time.